Hello grade 6, let's do this question paper together. First estimate the length of the line below. Then use a ruler and measure it to the nearest centimeter. Estimation is you guessing, trying to guess the length of this line, right? Maybe look at it. Some can say it's 5 centimeter, some can say it's 4 centimeters, some can say 3. Remember, there will be no wrong answer, but for sure you can't say this is 30 centimeter. It's too long, it's too short for that. So you need to estimate around that. Can be 6, can be 4, can be 5, can be 3,5, can be 3.5, can be 4.2, but you need to make sense even to yourself when you are estimating, right? You can't say this is 3 kilometer. Kilometer, there's no way. So let me do my guess. Maybe here I can say, let me say 4 centimeter. Oh, I already have it here, okay? But let me just put it here, just since I already did. So the next one, now we need to measure. All right, so you take your ruler. By the way, this is not a ruler I would recommend, right? So you take this, you pour it here. All right, remember this part, this first tick, sometimes some rulers they will put 0. 0 need to be aligned with this line. All right, yes, as you can see, my ruler here is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.5. Here you can think of 7.6. Yes, it can be that. This is not the one I would recommend. I would recommend the one that has these small ticks both sides. All right. If you buy a ruler, make sure that you buy this type for the measurement. It's easier. All right, let's move on. Now, when you look at this, like I just said, this one looks like 7.6. All right. So remember, these are centimeters. So before I forget, to me, it looks like 7.6 centimeters. Okay, I already have it here. I don't know why I put it, but it's okay. I'm used to that. So let's look at this. You see what I've estimated is 4, and then here I'm getting 7.6. So that what estimation means, estimate it, and then you measure it. All right, I think you get a picture on how to measure. All right, let's move on. 1.2 says write the best measuring instrument for each situation. Right, we are given this one, the ruler, we are given meter stick, we are given tape measure, we are given trundle wheel. Right, now A is length of a mathematics textbook. Now the question is, which instrument are you going to use to measure this one? Right here we can tell it's going to be a ruler. Distance around the school sports field. So what are we going to use here? We are going to use trundle wheel. All right, we are going to use trundle wheel. All right, trundle wheel. All right, and then when it comes to the height of a classroom door, are we going to use a ruler, meter stick? This one is the best one to use, tape measure. Okay, let us look at question 2. So what you must remember when it comes to this grade 6, you must remember that you have these units. All right, centimeter, we have a meter, and then you have kilometer. All right, this is what you have, and you need to remember from millimeter to centimeter you have 10. From centimeter to meter you have 100, and from meter to kilometer you have thousands. But what sign do I use between times and division when I'm moving from this side to this side, I'm going to use division. All right, this is the sign I use. But moving from kilometer to meter, it's the same value, same value, same value. But now the difference this time, I'm going to multiply. So what is very important here, after you knowing this system, now you need to check what unit are you converting to what unit. Then you look for the number between these units. Now let's look at it. So for A, we have centimeter to meter. Let's come here, centimeter to meter. We use 100. What do we do with 100? We divide. Do you see this? 450 centimeters to meters is going to be 4.5 meters, right? Now let's come here. What to expect here? Remember, we are moving from meters to kilometers. We come here, we use thousands. What do we do with thousands? We divide by thousand. So 3,500 meters divided by 1,000 is going to be 3.5 kilometers, right? So now, and then the next move is 75 millimeter to centimeters. What number to use? Is 10 between the two. So what do? We divide 75 by 10. So it's going to be 7.5 centimeter. All right. Now we are here now. Meter to centimeter. What number to use? Is 10. What do with 10? We multiply this given meter. All right. So in this case, it's going to be 2.75 times 10, which is going to give us 275 centimeters. All right. So we are given this one. So this one, if I can fix this one is 1, 3 out of 4. It's like this, right? Meters. This will be equal to, remember, meter to centimeter, we are going to multiply by 100. So it's going to be 175 centimeter. And then 2.2, they say arrange these lengths from shortest to longest. They gave you this one, they gave you this one, they gave you this one. So what is the first thing to do here? You need to convert these units into one same unit. All right. So what is very important? I think it's best that we change every unit to centimeters, right? If you change this one, we just talked about it now. How are we going to change this one? We are going to divide by 10, which is going to be 95 centimeter. And then we have this one, we can multiply. We multiply 1.05 meter by 10. We are going to get 105 centimeter. This one is already in centimeters, so there's no need. We need to arrange the centimeters, but we are going to write the original numbers. All right. When you pay attention to this, remember, shortest to the longest. In other words, from the smallest to the biggest, or in ascending order. All right. So what is the first one? 95 is the shortest distance here. So, but we are not writing 95. We are writing the original, the one that was given. So it's going to be 950 millimeter. And then the next one is going to be this one, which is going to be 98 98 centimeter, and then the last one is going to be 1.05 meter. So 2.3 says a learner walks 1.25 kilometers from home to a shop, and then 750 meter from the shop to a sport ground. Calculate the total distance in meters. So total means sum. Sum is an answer that you get after adding. So we use addition here, right? So what is the first thing to do? They want this in meters. So already we have this one in meters. We need to convert this one to make it in meters as well. So what to do to move from kilometer to meters? Let's go back here. Kilometer to meters, we multiply by 1,000. So 1.25 kilometer times 1,000 is going to be equal to 1,250 meters. And then you need to add them now. 1,250 meters plus 750 meters. So this one is going to give you 2,000 meters, right? It's 2,000 meters. A roll of ribbon is 3 meters long. 125 centimeters is used. How many centimeters of ribbon are left? So what is the best way to work on this one? You need to change these 3 meter into centimeters. So 3 meters, right? 3 meters is going to be equal to 3 times 100, which is going to be 300 centimeters. That's the first thing. And we are given this one in centimeters. So what is the next move? You say, okay, so 300 centimeters minus 125 centimeters. This one is going to be what? Is going to be 175 centimeters. All right. So this is how you approach these basic questions. So grade 6, I'll see you in the next video.